Hey, welcome back to Athlete Mental Coaching. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 simple ways that introverted and shy athletes can use if they want to be better communicators. All right? This video is straight to the point, very simple. Please have a pen and piece of paper if you're a parent watching this. I know this is going to help a lot. All right? So number 1, I think this is the most basic. A lot of players who are shy and introverted, when they get to practice with their games, they are typically quiet, right? And they don't say their teammates' names out loud. And by doing that, it makes it harder for them to get the ball in the game because communication is huge in sports. If you're not communicating, your teammates don't know that you want the ball, right? So it's pretty simple. The first thing is your child should know every single person's name on their team, and they should be practicing saying that at practice. They should be saying that at the games. And that is the easiest way, first, to get the ball more is by communicating and saying their teammates' names. I've worked with a lot of kids over the last couple of years, and what I've noticed is a lot of the kids that are shy and introverted, I'll ask them, like, hey, what's every single person's name on their team or on your team? And they can't do it. And it's because they're not used to saying their names, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is, and this is also a very simple type of exercise. Before the next practice, all right, I would encourage your child to write down 3 questions that they can either ask their teammates or their coaches. And this way, what it does is it gets them outside their comfort zone. They're talking, they're asking questions, they're engaging with their teammates, they're engaging with their coaches. And it sounds funny to say this, but if they don't have 3 questions written down, then it's going to be too easy just to go through the practice and not talk and not ask any questions. And asking questions are a lot easier when you have it written down and you know what you want to ask before the game or before the practice even happens. This way it's fresh in their mind. All right, that's the second one. The third, I think this is something that a lot of athletes struggle with, and it might not even matter if they're introvert or shy, or they could be extroverted. They could be really outgoing, and this is what it is. This is more of a fear, all right? And the fear that a lot of kids struggle with is messing up, all right? That's pretty common across most athletes. And the thing that can change, as far as like when I think about performance, if a player is struggling with fear of messing up, the easiest way to overcome that is, at the next practice, is have a list of drills or a list of moves or skills that they're going to be working on before they get to practice. And then when they get to practice, the drill or the skill or the move, whatever it is that they're trying to get better at, right? It's not going to be perfect at practice, but it's going to be better than it would have if they just showed up to practice and not practice that skill in the first place. So a lot of this comes down to, at home, what is the player doing, right? And the thing is, and I've seen this a lot, players who try things like that at their practice stand out. They end up getting the ball more. And I'm going to be talking about in future videos about how, even if you're shy or introverted, how you can still be a leader, right? Because oftentimes it's not going to come down to the words that the player says. It's going to come down to their actions, right? And, when you practice at home and you show up and you're at your practice or your game, and you're able to execute something that no one else can do, that commands attention. And normally when someone commands attention, they can step into a leadership role later on. All right. So the third one is more, at home, what is your child doing? Are they doing anything that's helping them prepare for the next practice or their game? The first 2, that just comes down to talking more, right? Learning kids' names, saying their names over and over, going to practice with questions.